Hello, hello. Welcome to today's messages for you. Now, I do read the messages as a whole, but it's really a collection of messages, right? Because it's a collective message. Parts, pieces, bits of it would be for you. If all of it, if the whole ends up being for you and resonating for you, that's awesome. That's awesome. And it's definitely your reading, the whole thing. Okay, I just thought I would say that because, but I figure if you're in this realm of collective messages on YouTube, then you know how it works, right? Take what resonates, leave the rest. Okay. Let's see what the Arcturians want us to think about and consider in this time right now. Oh, dragonfly. I just saw a dragonfly by. Okay. We've got water-like symbology. Something with going with the flow. Contact. The energy of contact allows you to know that all doors to your inner source will open when you surrender and, like water, go with the flow. Let your strength lead you and you will find your own way. Okay, and this is such a beautiful, let me see, continuation. Last reading was surrender. So this is reminding us to keep on the surrendering and also to flow, to go with the flow, right? Just like Laguz is flowing. I love that. Yeah, these we're having like a solar flares that I think are upgrading our DNAs. And the wind in the cottonwood trees, they're just so noisy, but it kind of reminds me of like river water. And I guess kelp in tides? I don't know. I haven't spent enough time under the water in the ocean. Okay, let's get a Hunok to come out and support the message from the Arcturians with a Hun card. Something for us. Oops, Gibo. Beautiful. Beautiful, beautiful, beautiful Gibo. Okay, Gibo, the swan, mates for life. It's a beautiful thing. That's it. When you know, you know. When there's the one, there's the one. And, you can be open for others, but they kind of have to knock the one out of the water. Otherwise, it ain't going to work. Okay, the swan knows the gift of lasting love. See? Joining with their partner, they exchange a promise and a bond of fidelity, allegiance, and trust. Aww. Each lives in the harmonious cycle of giving and receiving while caring for, loving, and protecting the other. Beautiful, beautiful, beautiful swan love. Okay. Ebo is a beautiful and generous symbol of sacred exchange. To receive, you must also release, okay? And this is that surrender to the universe and go with the flow, right? When blessed, you should in turn bless. Gibo encourages honoring your commitments and contracts and returning like for like. Union comes in many forms: love, friendship, family, and business. Gifts, partnerships, sacrifice, fair exchange, and honor. Love it, and love the watery themes with the Gibo and the flowing and all that stuff. So that's beautiful. Gorgeous. Okay, let's get into the tarot cards and see what kind of supporting things we can find here. If you're wondering about my accent, it's called autism. I just like to make sounds with my voice. Oh, and I found out there's this thing called echolalia, I think it's called, where it's actually a thing. And I just thought, I didn't know what I was thinking, but when, maybe you do or no, don't, but when somebody says something and they have an accent and your first reaction is you want to repeat what they said, how they said it, that's what I have. I also have, and I'm not like mocking them or anything, I just like the way it sounds. And so it's like parroting, yeah. And then also I noticed with words, like road names, I'll need to say out loud to hear it and then consider it. And I don't always get the words right. This is why I focus on the wrong syllable. Anyways, okay. You may or may not have noticed, but if you're wondering, that's why. That's the NeuroSpicy part of me. Okay. Let's see what cards are gonna come out for us today. We're gonna just take them and chuck them and throw them and see what happens, see what's communicated here for us. Finding our messages for the day. Okay. Let's put them around town and see what happens. Boom, bada bing, bong, 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 bing, bing. Bonga. Bonga. Okay. There it is. Yes. Yes. Let's see. I guess right here we start. Oh. Yes, lovers and celebration overflowing. The love you give, you share, you are overflowing into other cups. Yeah. Oh, gorgeous. Okay, we got to see what this one is now. Ship's coming in. It's coming. It's coming to you. You've got something beautiful that you are going to love. Okay, that is going to be reciprocating gorgeously. It's coming in here. Okay. We got, oh, your intuition, maybe feeling something coming. It'll feel like this. It's almost like carbonation bubbles or jacuzzi jets. I don't know, whatever tickles your fanny. Okay, but this is a period of hanging out, okay? And not an inactive hang, right? When Odin was hanging upside down, he was able to see things differently. And while he was there, he discovered the runes, right? And so while you are hanging, waiting, seeing, knowing, feeling, anticipating, to consider all of the things from all the different ways. Okay, let's see. We've got balancing and wishes coming in. Okay, we just gotta flip them all. We gotta know. What do we? Oh, seriously? The Two of Cups. Yes, beautiful. And worlds changing. This is like the drawing board, the vision board, your vision board for what a new world full of love looks like, full of blessings and beautiful, beautiful things, reciprocation and all of the things. Okay, let's see. Reaching your goal. Ugh, seriously, this reading is amazing. Balancing, grounding, connection. Okay, this is what strengthens your intuition. Wow. Okay, we've got the King of Cups and the Queen of Swords. So this is like a protection. I'm feeling like what I was saying at the very beginning with the Gibo, right? Like when you've had certain types of loving relationships, whether they're business, friendship, lovers, whatever, there's an invisible bar that's created, right? And it's just like with contrast. Every time you are confronted with something that you don't like, it helps you focus in and narrow on the things that you do like. And I feel like you have come across so much in your life that you do not like that it's really made it easy to recognize the good stuff. Okay, the King of Cups, this is emotional availability, this is compassionate, strong, sturdy, caring, loving, supportive, all of the beautiful things. And the Queen of Swords also talks about communication. And because she's facing away from this love, it's like it's unknown yet. This love is not quite here yet, but it's coming. This is your ship's coming in. Okay, and your wish, it's almost there. Oh, seriously, reciprocating relationships. Boom. Oh my goodness, this is your wish. This is what's coming in here. And the Empress. Wow. Okay. Wow. Oh, I got the goose pimples. Okay. The Empress, she is all about creativity, fertility, everything that she creates. She births new ideas. She births all of the things. Okay. And wow. I feel like she's like the beacon and the dock that these ships move towards and arrive at. Okay. She is the receiver of all of the things. She's also the frequency holder. Okay. Keep the line open for the reciprocating relationships that are coming to you. Beautiful. Oh my goodness. Wowza. That's cray cray and beautiful. Cray cray and beautiful. Okay, let's see. What's supporting cards? Now remember, with energy, it can be before, during, and after the fact, right? Because time is weird in the energetic world. So if this isn't happening for you now or hasn't happened in the past, it is happening in your future. But I feel like the ship's coming in is definitely, it's coming. Okay, so it requires you stepping out, getting out, being outside of your comfort zone. And that makes sense, right? Like the world and all of its people that you're going to interact with, that are going to be reciprocating, that are going to be love, 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 they're not hiding in your safe space somewhere that you just stumble upon when you take out an old box from the back of the closet, right? You're like, oh, what are you doing back here? No, you have to get out into the world, interacting with people, places, and things. Okay, so this is an important part of the process, and I feel like you do so when you are in the right mind space. Okay, now I'm not feeling a connection with these two cards, but like using your intuition and being in a balanced state, that is a perfect time for you to step out into the world, right? Because especially when you're in a reflective sort of state where you are drawing in everything that you are putting out, kind of thing, like in this Taurus field, you want to be putting out all of the good stuff, so all the good stuff comes to you. Okay, so I'm just gonna actually tuck that in behind those two. Yes, I'll allow it. Oops, what do we got? Okay, so we've got the work. This is definitely a result of your work, the work that you have done on being emotionally available, healing your wounds, maintaining this love frequency. Okay, beautiful. Yeah, I'd say this is here. Again, don't cover the Empress. But this was kind of a crossroads that you came to where you're like, if I want my ships to come in, I'm going to have to do the work. Dang it. And you did. And you have been. Sorry. There is no finishing of the work. There's just getting better at it, right? Like when you first start running up a hill, it's way harder at the beginning. Not the beginning of the hill, but the beginning of the running up the hill part. But once you have done it long enough, it starts to get easier. It's the same hill, right? It's just easier because your muscles have developed, your frame of mind, all of the things that needed to, right? That's the work. Okay. So we've got the Two of Pentacles. This is that transitioning in between worlds. And I feel like this is here, right? You've reached a point where the new world is coming in. It's right there. It's tangible. You've done enough of the work. Now you're at the top of the hill, right? But you're still in this transition, this acclimating period where you may need to just hang out for a bit, see things from a different perspective, and focus on other things. Okay, what's that? What's that? Okay, we got a Tower coming in after a celebration. I feel like these are kind of in tandem, and this is letting us know that whatever tower comes in is going to be worth celebrating, okay? Because not all towers are equal. Some towers are very hard, right? Like, oh, I don't even want to say a horrible, I don't want to give any energy to a horrible tower, but use your imagination. Something unexpected that happens that changes your life forever, that in the moment feels awful, right? And then there are those towers like suddenly winning the lottery and you went from so much in your bank account to way too much in your bank account. Like that's a kind of tower as well where you can never go back, right? So, but in all respects, towers are meant to move you into a new place, a new you, right? And so how you receive a tower is really going to matter. Even if it seems like it's the worst freaking possible thing ever, don't feed that. Instead, right? Fuel the, what is this going to bring me? What is this? Or even just know that this is part of the journey. This is part of the path. This is part of what's leading you to where you need to be. Okay. So I'm going to put this tower here because it's your discernment. This is how you choose to receive towers, right? But it could also be something related to love, right? Like you suddenly meeting the person who is your forever, right? That's going to be a huge tower worth celebrating. Okay. I feel like the celebration is all over here, receiving your wish coming true and it being related to this. So whether your wish is, I feel like this is all of that. Yeah. Whether your wish is to be discovered, and become an actor, I don't know, right? That could be a tower. You're just gassing up and somebody's like, you're perfect. And then, you're in a $50 million movie. I don't know. Whatever the case may be, or your dream job, right? Things line up and you suddenly have an opportunity to work in an environment doing a thing that is gorgeous. But whatever it is, it's going to solidify you in the material realm in a good way. Okay, the King of Pentacles is someone very grounded, earth-based. This is that slow-moving energy, so it's like long-lasting, right? Like the oak that has created roots and has grounded itself and is growing to its, what are those things called? What's an oak seed? Acorn? Acorn producing stage. That thing, that tree is going to be there for a while, right? And it will keep producing year after year. So this King of Pentacles, I feel like this King of Pentacles might be on your ship, right? I feel like this King of Pentacles, this is whatever's coming in for you. Okay, this is the star. This King of Pentacles is bringing your wish come true. This could be an offer. This could be a great idea. That's $1 million idea that takes off, and you're that guy who invented that thing, right? So that's cool. This could be your ideal business partner. This could be your ideal love partner. Someone very grounded and stable, solid. Okay. What do we got here? We've got the releasing of the things that no longer serve. So people, places, and things, honoring them and releasing them. This could be old versions of self, old mindsets, limiting beliefs, and people that you just have to be like, you know what? I can't right now, right? I can't with you right now. I love you, but I will do it from over here. So I feel like I'm going to put these over because you're doing so lovingly and with compassion, right? But it's for your stability, for your balance, for your own, what is that thing called inside of you? Nervous system. Yes, your nervous system. Very important. Someone want to go here? Kind of does. Oh yeah, and then the Six of Wands. What's going on with the Six of Wands here? This is while you're on the top of the mountain, harnessing the power of the sun. Okay, it's also like a balancing of the masculine and feminine energies. Yes, so I'm going to go ahead and put that over here by the King of Cups and the Empress, because the Empress is definitely harnessing the power of the sun, because she's giving life to all of the things, right? So she's a star. And then we have the Six of Swords. So this is extra, excess coming in, and perhaps that's here with the ships coming in here. You will definitely have more than you know what to do with. I can't believe this reading. It's cray cray. But this is where we're at. Believe it. Own it. What's that? Who's that? The Nine of Pentacles. Independence. Oh my. Okay, and we had the Justice and the Wheel of Fortune come out. Okay. So this is sanctuary, creating sanctuary space. I'm just going to put that right here because that's how you increase your luck and overflow, where you do your manifestation, your drawing board, your creative visualization. This is where you balance, and this is where you connect with your higher self, okay? And this is also what you need to step out of every once in a while, okay, to get out into the world. And then we have the Wheel of Fortune. I feel like this wheel turning in your favor. This is part of you receiving this wish and your ships coming in. And I believe that your justice is linked to your ability to love, overflow into it, and see things from many, many perspectives. But it's also, it's the work that you've done, right? Justice talks about what you give, you receive. What you put out, you receive. This is why Gibo is talking about reciprocating relationships, a like for like, right? Like, yeah, like two givers giving to each other. How are they not tsunamiing and supersizing and overflowing in a massive, beautiful way? Okay, consolidate your energies. Yeah, go all in here. And I feel like once this tower hits, you're going to need to consolidate your energies, right? Like, think of the tower literally. A lightning strikes, knocks your tower down. Now you have all this rubble to deal with, and you can use a lot of it to rebuild. But there are some that is not usable, and you need to sort through it all and get rid of, release all of the materials that are not going to go into the new structure. Okay. vibes. Okay, this is leaping, trusting, going all in. This is the blind faith, which, when it comes to love, when it comes to reciprocation, sometimes you have to be prepared for those trust falls with the universe, because you've got a message coming in here. And I'm just going to put that over here because I feel like this is this reciprocating relationship that's coming in, because this knight's got this cup and he's got two intentions. He's riding a white stallion, and the red cape and everything is about passion. So a message is coming your way. So this could be an email, right? A job opportunity. Hey, we saw your work, or we saw you, or we got your email somehow, or whatever, right? And they're like, we want you, we need you. Please consider us for your life. I don't know. And that's like person, place, or thing. Right? This could be a love offer. This could be somebody that you've been patiently waiting for coming in and being like, oh, right, I love you. Oh, right, I love you. Okay, so patience. Be patient. What's this card? What's this card? Celebrate. Okay. Yes. Your spirit team is cheering you on, celebrating you, wants this to happen. And so universe is conspiring in your favor to make this happen, because this isn't just about making you happy, because it's about the power you hold within yourself, that when you're happy, it ripples out and completely affects every single thing around you. This is why the universe is invested in your happiness, okay? And this is the spiritual garden. This is your work tending to your spiritualness, okay? This is where you ground, release, and repair your heart. Okay, we'll go through this deck one more time before we move on to another one. Okay. Yes, overflowing cup. This is a beautiful offer. This is you overflowing, and everywhere you overflow leaves little seeds of possibility, of love, of joy, of potential. Okay, this is why your happiness is important to the world. To the world. Beautiful. Oh my goodness. That's amazing. Okay, what are we going to do here? What other card? Let's get into the Oracle card and see what we're talking about here. What exactly? What else? I don't even know what words are to that song, the actual words. I mean, I think it is beautiful, 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 beautiful. What though? I always change that word. Now I don't know what the actual word is. Beautiful allure. Consider the situation carefully. Okay, maybe that's that. Look at things from a different perspective. This hanging out, hanged one vibe. We've got a maze. Even if you feel lost, there's always a way through the maze. This is giving me keep moving forward. Keep going. Don't give up. Don't turn around, because it's still a maze. No matter which way you're going, you might as well just keep going forward. I think that's the difference. Oh, that's the difference between a labyrinth and a maze. A labyrinth, everything leads to the center. Where is it? Okay, don't quote me. Anyways, okay, we're moving on. Look at that tree. Oh my God, it's gorgeous. The heart, yes, this is about healing the heart. Look at all this love, overflowing love. This is what is going to pulse. This is the center of your electromagnetic being. It's your heart, it's your beat, it's your resonance, okay? And recognize all the signs and synchronicities that are leading you, right? Once you get out and go, when you're out there, put your spiritual ears on, okay? And see all of the things. Go this way. Take that route. Stop here for a second. Okay, right now I'm having issues with my battery connection. I'm getting some like corrosion and stuff like that. And so it was actually funny because I was driving downtown and then everything started flickering and things started moving. And then I was at a stoplight and I'm like, what is going on? I'm like, wouldn't it be funny if everything just died right in the middle of the intersection? And then as soon as I finished thinking that, the whole thing went, died. And I'm like, okay, it's not funny. I turned it off, turned it back on. It started, I got going, whatever. I got out, opened up my hood, kind of wiggled things around, and then didn't have any issues with it for like 2 weeks. Okay. And then today I was driving downtown I was just about to go down this really, really steep hill, and it started flickering again. And something inside of me told me, better pull over before you start heading down any hills. Okay, so I pull over and I find this nice little shady spot. And as soon as I pull in to the shady spot, the thing dies. And so, yeah, listen to those little things in your mind, the little voices that are like, stop here. Maybe you shouldn't go down this hill when when your thing might die. And it also validated or verified that it is a post-corrosion issue. There was so much corrosion all over it, and I just smacked it around, banged it, all these pieces went flying, and it was awesome because the wind is really windy right now because of the solar flares, and so it was like blowing all of the excess corrosion that I was knocking away, and yeah, boom, bada bing, vehicle started, carried on with my life, no issues. So yes, that is just one example of how and when, and it wasn't like blaring. It wasn't like, hey, you, listen to me, do this, right? Because it's all about your free will. You have a free will to ignore it or to listen or to trust, okay? Trust in the signs and synchronicities, value and accept. Okay, trust, value, and accept. Those are interesting. Value, I get like gratitude, right? Be grateful for the things that you have. Don't focus so much on the vehicle having issues. Focus more on the fact that even with issues, it's still getting you to where you got to go, right? This is that use of your free will. Okay, the fairies want to come out. So let's ask the fairies something. Let's say, hey fairies, do you have any messages for this collective, for this reading today for us, that will add, confirm, validate, or otherwise for us? We've got a bunch coming in. Maybe too many, I don't know. Okay. Let's see. Oh, this guy was upside down, so was this one. I don't typically do those upside down things. The Master Maker, number 22. Solus, number 13. Wow. Gawata. Don't know what this guy's name is. It's hard to read that kind of thing. 64, 33, and 31. Okay, so we've got the 3113. We've got the 3322 and the 64. Okay. Let us see. We'll start with the 64. Gotcha. It's a gotcha. Sudden shock, unexpected events, and rude awakenings. Okay, it's gonna be Tower. So let's just go to the reading. Gotcha. In a reading, speaks to us of sudden, often violent breakdowns of existing structures, habits, patterns, and or attitudes. When we become too tightly confined by our own self-imposed limitations, including the desire for comfort and security, Gaucha kindly breaks the structure restraining us, whether we think we want him to or not. On a soul level, we know this to be necessary, but in our everyday thoughts, we usually get pretty upset about it. However, breakdown can lead to breakthrough. This is liberation. And we often haven't a clue what to do with it. This is usually the beginning of a period of confusion, even disorientation, while we search for a way forward. Although we may think we are simply searching for a way back to what we had before. Recommendation: do not try to pick up the pieces and put them back like they were. Consider instead what you would like to build in that part of your life. And this time, remember to leave room for growth. Okay, so this is bringing me back to the whole Tower conversation, right? This consider all towers an opportunity for growth and expansion, and to not focus on the fact that things are broken. Instead, focus on how can it be built stronger and better this time. Okay, so a little fairy reminder there. Okay, and then we've got 33. Sorry. Where is it? There it is. Fairies of the future. Be here now. Guidance and moving forward. Okay. Be here now. Brian writes, and Brian is the guy who did the artwork, I'm pretty sure. Isn't that the case? Text by Jessica. Yes, so the art is from Brian. Brian writes, these are the fairies of a bright future and are essential companions on any journey. When these fairies appear, it is time to consider where we have been and where we wish to go. There are many opportunities, many potentials, but we must choose a path and then take realistic, practical steps to bring the desired future into being. This is not a time to wait for things to come to us, but to step forward boldly to meet them. We may do this alone if we wish, or in the company of those who share our goals and dreams. Beautiful, 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 beautiful confirmations. Okay. And then we have the undressing of a salad. Things are in motion, and the outcome is impossible to predict. A cool head is required to deal with this, as is a readiness to jump in whatever direction seems appropriate. Exercise cool judgment while staying ready for the unpredictable. Sudden changes of future may appear good or bad, but they are in flux and can be rechanneled if necessary. Develop poise. Stay calm. You can come out a winner here, but it is likely to take concentrated effort. Use power with delicacy and discretion. Okay? Beautiful. Yes, the fairies are confirming all over the place. Okay, and then we have a 22. The Master Maker. Skill, craftsmanship, magician, moral strength, and invention. Do whatever you do as well as you can. Where are we? This one? This one? This one? This one. Undressing of salad. Nope, the Master Maker. The Master Maker reminds us that our very best work is always desirable, and in the present situation, it is necessary for success. In fact, he asks that we surpass our previous best. Don't cut corners and don't take the easy way. Whether making a thing or fulfilling a concept, be sure the design is elegant, pure, and functional, and then follow it. Attending to every detail in its turn. He says, design beyond your skill and then raise the level of your skill to fulfill it. Give and accept only the best and do it with the love of your craft, whatever that craft may be. This card speaks of long-lasting achievement, creative problem-solving, and confident action. It may suggest cooperation with others, especially from a position of responsibility, or of teaching one's craft to others. Success comes from practical applications of traditional principles in life and in work. Okay, this is that drawing board period, that creative visualization. Beautiful. Okay, and then we have Solas. Knowledge, consciousness, synthesis, and spiritual empowerment. Bam! Solace is radiant, energizing, vitalizing. This presence in a reading often indicates that something new is being brought into being in our lives, partly through our own efforts and partly through the help we are receiving from other realms. Miracles may take place. Movement into the light. Ooh, I said life though. New life. Into the light is occurring. This is a time for taking action, passing on our blessings and learning, and for service given from a position of strength. So this is the rewards you get for the work that you've done. Gorgeous. Wow, fairies delivering all the goods. Okay, should we get a crystal card? Yes. Yes. Get some earth, mineral, magic. Okay. What you got for us? What you got for us, crystals? What's this? A number 4. Oneness, creation, unity, and divine connection. The loving energy of the divine creator is present throughout the universe, and you are celebrated for reaching new levels of growth and understanding. In exploring your connection to all things, you have gained insight and clarity into the true nature of reality. From this viewpoint, you can perceive the natural cycles of life as the universe expands and contracts throughout eternity. This realization is the path towards profound personal peace. Release any lingering doubts and restricting beliefs that separate you from the oneness of all things. You are guided to journey from your heart and feel the underlying energy flowing throughout the universe. May your light shine brightly with love as you enjoy the rediscovery of your true nature. Gorgeous. Yes. I'm going to do a quick little D-deck moment, starting with the star that you are. You are the star, a star so bright. You shine all night through night. Okay, that seems like a lot. Okay, we got the magician. Yes, alchemize everything. Turn whatever comes to you into something, either fuel to propel you forward, or just turn it upside down. Just make everything work for you in a positive way. That's what the magician does with his alchemy, right? Turning something like a base metal into gold, right? Making it better than it was, turning a piece of coal into diamonds, okay? The third eye, this is your connection with your intuition. This is trusting those inner nudges and knowings inside of you The temperance recognize that there's a process to all things, a process of unfolding and becoming, right? The metal doesn't come out a sword instantly. There is a process it has to go through before, and it has to go through in order to become a super strong sword, right? And then we have your intuition. Trust it. It is yours. Your higher self, it is working for you in your favor. Get really good at trusting your intuition. Okay, the world is your oyster. You can choose what kind of world you want to live in, and this is through with your free will, right? With your alchemy of somebody. It's like, oh wow, okay. So Jesus, he says, if don't quote me, I'm not quoting. Something along the lines of somebody slaps you in the face, turn the other cheek, right? You don't return like for like. You alchemize it. You turn it into something else, right? If somebody looks at you and glares at you, smile at them, right? Okay, the Hierophant, this speaks about commitment, lifelong commitment. This could be about learning, becoming a master, becoming one who sees all. Okay, there's that connection with the third eye there. It's also marriage, right? This is like a lifelong connection. This is the swans finding their life partner, right? This is your job opportunity that is lifelong, joy and abundance. Release all the things that no longer serve. This is something that you're going to have to get really, really good at because it never ends. In order to birth new things, you need to release old things. That's just the way it is. I don't make the rules. Okay, radiate, shine like a diamond. Okay, you and the things that you have to share radiates out and affects. Okay, we got High Priestess again. This is, you are tapped into your higher self and your intuition more than you know you are. So know it more. Know it more. Patience, yes, must have patience for all of the good things, right? It's like, trust the process. You don't want to rush the tempering of a sword. You get a weak sword, okay? So just trust that this is coming in for you in divine timing when it's meant to. And when it is, it's like, do you want it now and it breaks? Or do you want to wait until it's ready for however long that takes and it lasts a lifetime? Okay? Don't choose the now. Don't choose the now. Even when we sometimes kind of want things now, we don't. We want it to last forever. Okay. There's another Wheel of Fortune confirmation, which will take and this focus. So be aware of what you are focusing on. Okay. This is your free will. This is your choice in all situations to choose the love or the fear of it. Right. An unforeseen tower shows up. Choose how you respond to it. Okay. That's the reading for today. I hope there was some good stuff in there for you. I hope that there were some good messages and that you are excited about some of the things that are coming your way. Okay, messages within messages. Take what resonates and leave the rest. You know the deal. And I appreciate you. Thank you for being here and being the overflowing cup. You deserve all the things. This is the justice. You deserve justice. You put in the work. You keep putting in the work. It's coming. It's coming. Okay. Love you and hope to see you next time. Whatever you're doing, make it awesome. Okay, bye.